Hey there everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So in this episode of Review Flicks, we're going to be discussing the trailer to the upcoming movie Twisters, which follows storm chasers as they track down tornadoes as they destroy the American countryside, and it dials the destruction up to a whole new level. So guys, if you are new around here, consider hitting that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the movie and streaming news we have going on this channel. And with that down, we're going to be jumping into this article from Comic Flick News. So, Twisters spin up a suspenseful and action-packed trailer. So, Golden Globe nominee Daisy Edgar-Jones shines in the new trailer for Twisters, the highly anticipated sequel to the 1996 tornado thriller Twister, starring Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton. Set to hit theaters on July 19th, 2024, Twisters sees Edgar-Jones take on the role of Kate Cooper, leading an ensemble cast which includes, and then we've got the following cast list here, guys. I'm not going to try and read it. I don't read names on this channel because I just butcher them. So if you do need to, pause the video, have a read of the cast here quickly. But if I read them, I'll end up butchering the names. So let's go down. So we have a post here from Discussing Film, the first trailer for Twisters, starring Daisy Edgar-Jones, Glenn Powell, Anthony Ramos, and David Corenswet. Okay, I can pronounce some of the names apparently. But yeah, so we had the first trailer, and it looks really intense. It looks kind of very similar to the original Twisters. Obviously, it's following tornadoes, so it's going to look similar. But it looks absolutely fantastic. You know, the tornadoes look menacing, proper destructive. I want to go in there. I don't need any Shakespeare. I don't need any kind of, you know, in-depth plot or dialogue. I just want to see massive tornadoes just ripping havoc through the American countryside. That's kind of what we want. That's kind of what we need. And I think that that's what they're going to give us. So, directed by Lee Isaac Chung, known for Minari, and penned by Mark L. Smith, writer of Midnight Sky, Twisters brings together a talented team with a unique perspective on storm-chasing narrative. Chung's upbringing in rural America, which inspired his Oscar-nominated film Minari, made him an ideal choice for director, given his first-hand experience with tornadoes. Meanwhile, Smith's script caught the attention of none other than Steven Spielberg, who personally championed the project after being impressed with the writing. Wow, that absolutely says something. Obviously, Steven Spielberg, probably the best filmmaker ever, period. That's all you need to know. The fact that he saw the writing in this movie and ended up kind of getting behind it because he thought it was that good, that's kind of a exclamation point at the end of the writing, and goes a long way to saying just how good this movie project actually is. So I'm all the more excited knowing that Steven Spielberg is backing the movie. That's definitely a good what's the word? That's a good point to have, kind of supporting your movie. So from film updates here, the first poster for Twisters has been released. Comes to theaters July 19th, 2024. So it's not too long away, guys. We've got a few months yet, but I'm sure we're going to get more, you know, marketing material, posters, information about the movie, another trailer potentially. But I love the look of this poster here. It's just crazy. I think the thing that makes this film all the more kind of ominous is the fact that, you know, we're not dealing with monsters, we're not dealing with aliens, we're not dealing with like kaiju or anything like that. We're dealing with something that actually exists in real life. These twisters, tornadoes, you know, they're almost otherworldly to look at. I mean, when you look at this, it doesn't look like something that nature would produce. It looks like a weapon that some sort of alien species would have or something, or is that just me? But you know, dealing with tornadoes, they're kind of this unstoppable natural phenomenon. There's nothing you can do about it. And the fact that, you know, this bunch of people who are kind of crazy, they actually chase these things and drive into them and study them, and, you know, it's all the more crazy. But yeah, this poster looks awesome. It's just a force of nature that can't be stopped, and it's just going to wreak destruction. And I can't wait to see all the destructive kind of scenes in this movie, because it's going to be fantastic. So, the film primarily focuses on the daughter of the characters portrayed by Hunt and Paxton from the original Twister. Following in her parents' footsteps, she embarks on a storm-chasing journey that leads her dangerously close to the tornadoes. Would we expect anything else from this movie? But it's cool the fact that they're, you know, the original kind of characters from the first movie. It's great that they're kind of following on in the footsteps, like having their children kind of take up the mantle of storm chasers. So it's great to have that kind of connective tissue between the two movies. So Daisy Edgar-Jones, who recently received acclaim for her performance in Where the Crawdads Sing, and Fresh, brings depth to her portrayal as Kate Cooper, with notable roles in television series like War of the Worlds, Normal People, and Under the Banner of Heaven. Edgar-Jones continues to captivate audiences with her versatile talent. She is also set to star in Daniel Meehan's upcoming drama On Swift Horses, alongside Jacob Elordi and Will Poulter. So yeah, this actress is definitely up and coming. You know, a lot of people are probably going to be, you know, knocking down her door to try and work with her and get her put into more projects. You know, people are, you know, very, very interested in, you know, where she's going to go in the future. Potential Oscar winner, bit too early to say. But, you know, it's great to have her in here. She's obviously a good talent. And it's always good to add talent to your movie. And it seems like she's definitely on the talented side. So, the original Twister. So, the original Twister, directed by Jan de Bont, I think that's how you say it, and written by Michael Crichton and Anne-Marie Martin, starred Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton in the lead roles. The ensemble cast also included the following people, which I'm not going to try and read because I'll butcher all their names. So pause it again if you need to, guys, and have a read of the cast list for the original Twister, the 1996 movie. So, released in 1996, Twister was a massive success at the box office, grossing over $495 million and ranking as the second highest grossing film of that year. That goes to show you just how popular this movie was back in 1996, the second highest grossing movie of that year. And yet, for some reason, it didn't go on to make a sequel, which is just kind of baffling. Kind of scratch your head and wonder, you know, they could have made a huge franchise out of this by now. So notably, it was among the earliest movies to be released on DVD. Wow, back in 1996 when DVD was just coming onto the market. Man, that takes me back, makes me feel old. So the film received positive reviews and garnered Academy Award nominations for visual effects and sound. So this makes it even more baffling. You know, it went on to be the second highest grossing movie of the year, made $500 million, and you know, it received award nominations for its visual effects and sound, and yet it still didn't get a sequel. There must have been a massive reason behind the scenes as to why, you know, they didn't greenlight a sequel straight away. But I'm sure there must be a story there somewhere. So, despite its success, an official sequel did not materialize. Here we go, guys. So, although Helen Hunt had pursued developing a sequel that she would write and direct, however, the studios opted for a legacy sequel instead, focusing on the child of the original film's main characters. So now, over 2 decades later, fans can anticipate the release of Twisters, the highly awaited sequel, set to hit theatres on July 19th, 2024. So, still got a few months, but like I say, I'm sure there's going to be more information and more trailers and stuff like that about this movie. I'm super excited. I love natural disaster movies. As I say, I think the thing that makes them all the more scary is the fact that a scene like this with a huge tornado, it's not something that just happens in the movies. It's something that happens in real life, and it affects people in a real way. And in this force of nature that just wreaks havoc through the countryside, and it's unstoppable. There's nothing you can do about it. And the fact that us tiny humans are trying to study these natural phenomenon, these kind of unstoppable forces of nature, it's just scary, the fact that they're actually real things that happen to real people, you know? But guys, that's the Twisters. That's the Twisters, information about Twisters and the latest trailer. We've had a look at a bit of the trailer, had a bit of a discussion about it. So, are you excited to see this movie? And, you know, what do you think about it? I'd love to hear your thoughts, comments, and opinions on this. Do you think natural disaster movies are kind of old and people don't really care? Or is this something that's, like, really anticipated on your radar? Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.